So, as you all know, from day one I've said unless there are really strong, meaningful reforms to rein in ICE and stop the violence, there will not be Democratic votes to fund ICE and extend the awful status quo that now exists. Well, today Senate Democrats made that point absolutely clear. Today's strong vote was a shot across the bow to Republicans. Democrats will not support a blank check for chaos. This vote today asked a simple question. Will you rein in ICE's abuses, or will you vote to extend the chaos? Republicans chose chaos, and the Democrats, we refused. If Republicans want to keep DHS funded, they need to get serious. They need to sit down. They need to negotiate in good faith. Produce legislation that actually reins in ICE and stops the violence. The American people are tired. They're tired of seeing these horrific videos. They turn your stomach. And 90% of Americans say they've seen them. The videos of Americans beaten, snatched off the streets, treated like they have no rights. These videos are reminiscent of what you see in dictatorships. The Americans are tired of masked agents conducting warrantless operations in their communities. Secret police. They're tired of chaos, secrecy, and zero accountability. That is not what law and order looks like. And Republicans simply cannot pretend that this outrage does not exist. It's their responsibility now to step forward, heed the calls of the American people, and work with us to pass real reform.
As we learn more about the investigation into the shooting deaths of 2 US citizens in Minneapolis, anti-ICE sentiment is rising throughout the United States. Protesters in Minneapolis are calling for a nationwide shutdown.
We are here to show that we will not be silent. Yeah!
Plenty of protesters hit the streets of Minneapolis, braving single-digit temperatures to make their voices heard as tensions continue over ICE raids in the city. Friday's protests have been largely peaceful, though at least 2 demonstrators were arrested when they tried to block agents from entering a federal building. And they're hoping their movement will spread across the country. They're calling for a, quote, national shutdown to show lawmakers they're serious about defunding ICE.
Does our commitment to keep dreaming new strategies, new alliances, new formations in the face of your brute force overwhelm you, Donald Trump?
It comes as the Justice Department has opened a civil rights investigation into the shooting death of protester Alex Preddy.
We're looking at videos, talking to witnesses, trying to understand what happened. I mean, you're talking about an incredibly tragic morning, and then trying to unwind and investigate that it takes a lot of time.
Meanwhile, the fallout from a protest at a Minneapolis church continues. Federal agents arresting former news anchor Don Lemon, along with several others, prompting immediate condemnation from Democrats on Capitol Hill.
Once again, the administration is behaving no differently from police states and authoritarian regimes across history.
Meantime, the Justice Department says it's trying to determine if any outside groups are funding the protests that have been taking place here.